Well, hello there. This is Craig Hain. Students call me Dr. Dell, and I'm sitting here in the comfort of my home office, as you can tell. And this is going to be a video about a book I've written recently called How and Why Public School Math is Destroying the USA. Okay? Now, a lot of people have asked me, well, tell me a little bit about what that book's about and how do I get it? What do I do with it? So this is a video about part one of this book. There's actually 5 parts to it. This is about part one. Now you can watch the other videos about the other parts if you want to, but we're going to start with part one. And I believe that if you have any interest at all in middle or high school mathematics in this country, whether it's public school or private school or homeschool, this is a book that you will really get a lot out of, and it will perhaps help you improve dramatically the math education of any middle and high school students you know, regardless of where they're going to school or whatever. And so that's why I'm doing this video, to talk about it. Now, to do this, I'm going to share the screen because I have some things to show you that you'll understand better if I share the screen. Go to my website, my personal website, which is craighain.com. That's my name, CRAIGHANE.com. If you're not watching the video and just listening, just try to remember that. And on my website, I have all sorts of things that are free that if you're interested in math at all, you'll find interesting. I got my story there, my Vita. I've got a video library with about, 30 videos in it about all different kind of math topics, just for general interest. And then I've got some tabs you can go to. And here at the top, one of them is learn how to improve your life. And for any young adult, that's where they want to go. But today I want to talk about get your free ebooks. So you click on that tab, get your free ebooks, and you will go to a web page that has several books I've written on math, and the very top one is The Public School Math Destroying the USA. You click on that, you get a free PDF copy. If you're watching the video, here's the free PDF copy that I showed you. Now, what I want to talk to you about is this book. I think you can read this whole book probably in a few hours, but you can read any one of the parts of it probably in well less than an hour. The table of contents is here. There's a foreword. In a nutshell, we'll tell you in about 2 pages what this book's about. There's some advice, overview and advice. If you're in a hurry, how to get the most out of this book in less than, say, 30 minutes. And then there's 5 parts. Now, part one is entitled Current Public School Math Facts of Life. And it goes from page 7 to page 21 or 20. And there's 6 chapters. Now, the first chapter is your math education experience. I ask you to stop and think about it. What was your experience? The facts of the matter are, most people, not all people, but most people have had a negative experience with math education when they were in middle school or high school. And that was my case, which I tell about in this book. I had a very bad experience with math, and it could have derailed me permanently, but I was saved by 3 fabulous teachers, which I tell about in the future parts. Now, chapter 2 is how do most students feel in a math class? How do you think students feel in a math class? Just ask yourself that, and then I tell you how I believe it is. Chapter 3 is fear and frustration, lack of self-confidence and esteem. And that's what happens to, I would say, 80%, maybe 90% of students when they study math in what I call the public school format, what's taught in public schools. That leads then in chapter 4 to lost opportunities. Oh my golly. If you learn the right math today in the right way, almost any student can do, you can have opportunities that are phenomenal that otherwise are closed to you. The results of that, because it's happened to so many people, is we have a much weaker economy than we should have. And the result of that is we have a much weaker society than we should have. So these 6 chapters are sort of to get you ready to learn what you're going to learn about what's wrong with public school math. Now, if you go ahead to the future parts, I'm going to do a video on all of them, but part 4 will tell you in detail what is wrong with public school math, and part 5 will tell you a solution today, a 21st century solution. You'll learn in part 5. Now, you get your free PDF copy of this by going to my website and downloading it, or you can go to Amazon and buy it for less than $5 and actually get the physical book if you want to do that. So this is Craig Hain, Dr. Dell. I hope that you ultimately, at the very minimum, you read part 5 of this, because you're going to find out how any student today can learn math quick, easy, and very inexpensively in part 5. So in the meantime, this is Craig Hain, Dr. Dale. I'm signing off. I hope that you will spend an hour, 2 or 3, understanding this and then helping anybody you know to benefit, to improve their life with math. And one way to do it today, risk-free and for very little money, is join the Triad Math Tribe, and you'll learn about that too. Okay? So this is Craig Hain, Dr. Dale. I'll see you perhaps on the video on part 2. Bye-bye.